So did you read the cliff notes?
Yeah, we walked through a swamp and we found a castle.
Pretty much. You fought some frogs.
That's true. So now we know that the frogs are a threat.
Yeah.
I've been
I
telling all of you people this entire time. You all been laughing at me. Who's laughing now? All right, as we're covered in frog
yeah.
viscera.
So yeah, combat was actually just about to start. Uh, Everybody had already rolled initiatives.
Uh huh.
Um, Sybil rolled a 1. I remember that.
Oh, impressive.
That was neat. But Macho Dwarf, for the first time in his life, maybe, gets to go first.
Oh my good golly gosh. Well, I feel like we should do something about that.
You just dash away.
Yeah. See ya, nerds. Alright, because that's an action, so that works. Alright, so we're going to move up here,
Okay.
and we're going to Thunder Wave.
Oh, you never get a thunder
I never
wave.
get to Thunder Wave, but we got Thunder Wave shit going on right now. So I believe the way we did this is that I targeted everyone I was going to Thunder Wave.
Correct.
And I don't remember how I did that, but I will try it right now, and I can't see the arrow, so you have to tell me if I'm targeting these 3 lizard folk or not.
It says you're targeting 3 lizard folk. For some reason, I don't see arrows either, but
And then I will go into Thunder Wave. And then if I just click cast, it'll just figure it out, right?
if you just click cast, it'll roll all of their saves based off of your information. So
Yeah.
yes.
Did any of them fail?
2 of them failed.
My goodness. So the
One
ones
of them rolled a nat 20.
What an asshole. Well, the one taking the nat 20 still takes half damage. So do I have to roll damage through that thing?
Yeah, if you roll damage through that thing, it knows which ones saved and which ones didn't, and it'll automatically have.
That's a pretty good roll. So the
Um,
ones that failed get knocked back 10 feet.
okay.
And then with
There
my
you go.
bonus action, I will fly into a rage.
Attaboy.
So now I'll
Hold
clear
on.
the targets. I'll target myself. Let me know if that worked.
That worked.
And I will go to rage, and I will click on the rage button. And that's
you're
the
right.
turn.
And I'll untarget yourself just so you don't punch yourself.
Yeah, it can happen in a rage.
It can't. All right, and then this lizard that got knocked back 10 feet is very leery of you now, so he kind of goes around, and he's like 5, 10, 20, 25, and he's like, fuck this weird metal dog.
That's illegal.
And he attacks the weird metal dog. He swings at it with his heavy club and misses, and then he bashes at it with his spiky shield and hits
Oh no. Not the dog.
for 4 damage. And
At least
now
he
it's
gets like
Harken's turn.
big. I'm gonna shoot that one that hit my dog in the face.
Okay, so I have to do that. Target, and then I'm assuming you use your infused repeating shot crossbow?
Yeah.
Right, so I think if I just do this, that's the... Alright, you hit it. You rolled a 1. You hit it for 6 damage. And then you gotta do that twice, right? Because of multi-attack. So I'm assuming you attack again since it's not dead.
Correct.
Alright. Hit it again. This time for 12 damage, but still not dead. Very, very hurt, both emotionally and physically, but still living. Bartleby, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Bartleby's gonna bite him too.
Alright.
What's the password for the server?
LDF China.
That's right. I forgot it.
You forgot one of your sickest burns of all time.
Actions. Is it this empowered rend? Is that the bite?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hey, you connected. What'd you do to figure it out?
It just fucking worked.
Oh, well, Bartleby missed.
Fuck.
And nobody moves.
Yeah, I'll stay where I'm at for now. That's fine.
Alright. Aaron. What does the group vote Aaron does? Probably finishes off the one that's almost dead, but I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like the two on the left, we're going to hope... The cleric is a beefy boy, isn't he?
No. He is not a melee boy.
He's got bad stats.
Well, then there's kind of a decision to be made because it might be worth it for those three to just focus on those two.
Like, he could probably survive, especially because... so last game... When this started, I noticed that I gave him some armor that he actually physically cannot wear.
How embarrassing.
So we decided that he could leave it on, so I guess for this combat specifically, he does have a decent AC.
Mm-hmm.
But after this, that's gonna have to change, because he doesn't have the strength
How embarrassing.
to wear the armor that he has. So I don't know, yeah, for this one, he might be alright, as long as the lizard folk aren't fucking on point. But anyway, I think the dagger is a 15-foot effective range.
And he gets 2 attacks, doesn't he?
20 foot, yeah, he does.
So he can do the
so
one
he
attack
would-
to finish that one off, and then if it works, he can always attack one of the other two.
Yeah. So he had to move in 5 feet, so he doesn't have disadvantage. He's gonna throw his dagger, not his +1 dagger, at that lizard, and he hits it. And
For 1,000,000 damage.
I mean for 6, but it's enough to turn him into blood.
Well, because then he would have had a sneak attack damage on top of that.
He would, but I think he gets to choose. He gets it once per round, and if he gets another attack,
Well, will he get sneak attack on the other guys?
if he attacks one that's near somebody.
I guess he could attack the one that's near me and just maximize damage for right now.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. 30 feet, and I think the hand crossbow is like 35.
So I realize that she doesn't have her 3rd level spells, her spell slots, but is there a reason why they're not even on her character sheet?
I think that's a new update where if you use up all of your
Slots and
spell
doesn't show it
slots,
to you?
it takes. So look, now that I took one of them off, they should be back.
Well, sure, it's just fireball, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's a little weird, but okay.
So it just takes it off if you used them all up. I don't quite agree with it either, but
I would say gray it out. If you're gonna do anything, just
Yeah.
like gray it out and make it obvious that I can't use them.
because she does have the ability to upcast,
Yeah.
or to not upcast, but to use her arcane
Their sorcery points.
sorcery points to give herself a spell of that slot level. But I guess if she did that, you would just unclick one of these and just give her back a slot.
Yeah,
and then
but it'd
shows
be
up
nice
again.
to remember which spells you have when you have a million spells later, when you're making the decision
Yeah.
about whether or not to use sorcery points.
Yeah.
How many sorcery points does she have?
Multiple?
Okay. 5E, Wiki, Sorcerer.
Notes? Is it in notes? I don't know where. I thought she put it down somewhere, but
You gain
I think
more
it's
in the
gone.
sorcery points of the sorcerer table. You go up to the sorcerer table, and she has 5. It's oh my goodness. Okay. You literally just have one sorcery per sorcerer level, and for some reason they couldn't just say that. They had to put it in a table.
yeah. Anyway, crossbow hand shoots at the lizard nearest macho dwarf. Hits it for 8 damage, and then another 12. And that lizard is not quite dead, but he's also just not a happy camper. I don't know. I feel like he's relatively safe where he's at. But knowing him, he probably would, like, duck into this boat.
Yeah, he's hiding in the boat.
I can't see it. I don't know.
I know. You can see.
No, I couldn't see it.
Cost of.
Alright, so that's his turn. Dalton. Dalton used up his
Ooh.
third level spells also. No, wait, he only used one, didn't he? I think he only used one. I mean, really all he's got is Sacred Flame. So I guess he could go here to kind of shield Sybil a little bit, and then Sacred Flame the one that's almost dead. Sacred Flame. That's a. So it made the spell save, and I think cantrips just don't do any damage if they.
Yeah, that one's just a flat out like saver, not.
So the Sacred Flame fizzles out.
Flizzles out.
Flizzle flazzles, and now the lizards get their due. 5, 10, 15. This lizard's gonna swing at Dalton with his heavy club and hit for 7 damage, and then bash at him with his shield and hit. Oh, for 6 damage. I told you it depends on if the lizards have good rolls or not. This one's going to attack Macho Dwarf. Heavy club. Swing and a miss. Spike shield. Swing and a miss. Same thing. Dalton. Target. Heavy club. Another hit. I don't know why I find such joy in this. Spike shield. There we go, that's a miss. This lizard really has no choice but to keep attack Macho Dwarf, because he'll probably die if he tries to run, and he's aware of that. Misses with his club. And he misses with his shield, and he just kind of sits down
Thinks about
and waits
life.
for the end. Yeah. He's actually gonna go. Sits down. Combat tracker. This lizard that hasn't been hit yet circles around and goes after Harken. Does Bartleby use his reaction?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So swings with the heavy club, misses, swings with a spiked shield. Shit. Oh, that's gonna miss. An 11's not gonna hit you. I realized I forgot to target you, but whatever. Alright, and finally Sybil.
Sybil.
What does Sybil do?
I mean, here, let's get back to the actions page. She's got a number of second level spell slots. She's gonna do Maximilian's Earthen Grasp on one of these lizards attacking Anthony.
Okay.
Attacking Dalto.
Yeah.
And so let's do the upper one. Oh, I'm still Macho Man. Macho Dwarf. Cool. Okay, so can you have Sybil target the northern lizard man?
Done.
And then Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, and we'll do the cast.
He fails to save.
And then there's an initial damage,
Okay, he takes 9 damage.
and then he is restrained.
Yeah.
And now, restrained is no actions or just no movement?
Disadvantage on attacks. I think you get advantage against him on attacks. No movement. It's not that he gets no actions, he just has disadvantage.
Yeah, well, that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, right?
Yeah, unless you wanted to move her somewhere.
Yeah, let's get her up in like the Aaron territory.
Well, that worked.
Hold on. So then, let's just get her a little further away from the other guy. There you go.
How about in the square?
Yeah, sure, in the square. Why
How
not?
about in that square? That's the furthest she'd be able
Yeah,
to
there
go.
you go.
Alright, Macho Dwarf.
Macho Dwarf. And so now, let's see if it's still working. It is not. See, that's funny. Okay, is he targeting the lizard man?
He is targeting a lizard man.
So if I give them a fake movement first, then I can target with them.
Weird.
So he's just gonna hit the guy. So he did the Thunder Wave, he did the Rage, and then the lizard guy's up in his face, so he's gonna headbutt him.
Okay.
And then we'll go actions. We'll scroll up to the Warhammer, and we'll roll it over here.
And that's a hit
Why was it advantage?
because he's prone.
He's prone. Oh, this guy's.
Yeah, I told you he just sat down. He's waiting for it to
All right,
end.
well here you go, man. 2.
Just grab his head and slam him. And he drops and he gets what he wanted.
And then I'll also just scoot down over here to make sure that guy doesn't try to move ever. And there you
Okay.
go. That's the turn.
Harken, now that you're in the game. That's a hit. For 9 damage.
Oh,
Hey.
fuck.
That's definitely a hit.
Oh,
There you go. He's dead. You stab him to death.
and Bartleby's gonna come over here.
Cry baby.
It's a miss.
Oh.
Bartleby's just a little missing pooch. He hears the ghost dog
He's
whining.
having a bad day.
Yeah,
From another time, from another place.
yeah. Okay.
Shush.
Aaron is gonna help
Shush your
solve him,
mouth.
I
Shush.
think. He's
Shut your
just making
mouth.
it worse. I think he would just try to kill the one that's. No, maybe he should have. He should attack the one that's not grasped.
Yeah, I think he'd attack the one that's not grasped. Oh dear. Oh my goodness.
That means. Is it 20 feet or 15 feet? I can't remember things that happened just 5 minutes ago. 20 feet, so he doesn't have to get quite that close. Alright. So he throws a dagger and hits for 7 damage, and he gets a sneak attack because within 5 feet. Dalton, goddamn, another 15 damage, and then he shoots at it with his hand crossbow and hits again, and that's a dead lizard. Murdered by Aaron. What did he get? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait, what is his speed? Where's his speed at? Oh, it's there. 20, 25, 30. And he gets back in the boat.
Gets back in the boat, tiny dog.
Yeah. All right. Dalton. You know, he never gets this chance. I think he's just gonna start swinging.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna have advantage for once. So swings at him with his mace. Where's he at? He's here. That and he swings with his mace. And he still manages to miss.
Womp, womp, womp.
Well, that lizard's restrained, so he's just gonna back away. And that's gonna be that. This lizard's gonna keep attacking Macho Dwarf. Heavy club. Hit. For 1 damage. Spike shield.
Deflect. Bartleby.
Deflect?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, he's raging, but yeah, I guess
Yeah.
why not?
That lizard's gonna die next time
We do
Macho swings at him, so.
We do one more roll. If both of them hit, then he gets hit. They both hit. So
Oh, okay.
that's basically how disadvantage works.
Yeah.
So spike shield. He takes another 3 damage. And this guy's restrained, so he's got no choice but
Does he gotta do that saving throw shit?
He's kind of gone into a weird little lizard frenzy, and he takes out a javelin and attempts to throw it at Dalton. So this should automatically be a disadvantage. It was. There you go, and he misses. And he just squirms around in that little earthen hand, and now it's Sybil's turn.
And so then on Sybil's turn, as an action, she can make the hand crush him.
Yeah.
Okay. So that didn't use up a spell slot. I had to do that manually, so I can still just use this cast to make him do the save.
I'm not sure. I think. Hold on.
So she's still targeting him, right?
On a failed save, target takes that. As an action, you can cause the hand to crush this, which must make it. Yeah. So I guess if you just, I think it's the same save.
It's the same
right?
save, so I think I can just use the same buttons.
Yeah,
So
you can.
Is she still targeting him?
Yeah, I believe so. Hold on.
Shush!
No, she's not.
Shush your mouth.
Now she is.
Okay. And we do the cast.
He fails the save.
And he takes the damage.
And there you go. He took 8 damage.
And that's the turn.
Incredible. Macho Dwarf.
And yeah, Macho Dwarf just got hit twice, and so he does the Hulk Hogan thing where he shakes his head and then he points at the lizard and goes, "You!" And then he fucking elbows him right in the face.
Yeah. Me. Tonight.
Is he targeting him? Because it just put a random arrow on my screen.
I think so. You're targeting a lizard.
Okay. The arrow is not pointing from anyone to anyone, and the size is wrong, but there's an arrow.
I think it's pointing to where he was a while ago, but that could just be coincidence.
Yeah, there you go.
That is a hit. That's a dead lizard.
Elbowed him right through the face.
He did.
And then we'll fucking rush over here. We'll get in this guy's face. And that's the turn.
You mean jump over there?
Oh yeah, we'll jump over there. We'll say peekaboo.
All right, Harken. You still want that movement?
There.
Okay. How about there? That's a hit. It's very rare to roll the same number twice. Oh wait, was one of those a 6 and one a 9?
I don't know.
Whatever. That's a dead lizard.
We did
Just
it.
being cradled in an earthen hand.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
So much like the other lizard folk, they have crude jungle weapons that we determined aren't really worth anything. They do have javelins. Last time we decided that you felt you had enough javelins and they're not worth very much.
Yeah,
but
javelins
that's
are
your
worth
choice
like a
now.
couple silver each.
Yeah. That's basically all they got.
Fucking lizards. How much experience
I
do
can
they have?
roll off of. Let's do this. What challenge rating are those lizards? I feel like I already dropped this encounter into the party sheet because I was thinking ahead, and I am wrong. So that happens to the best of us. Let's go here. I'll go here. I'll go here. I'll go here. There. Nope, so it must be here? Nope. I'm gonna find it. Here we go. I found it. I told you I would. That was just a CR3. So that gets rolled off of this table. Those were very poor lizard folk. You pick around at them and you find about 26 copper between all of them. Inventory. 28. No, not 8. 20. No, not 828. 28.
28.
Yeah, there, it did it. All right, and then as I explained to them last time, I used this as a placeholder map because they didn't have anything for this, but you're actually at like a guardhouse a little ways off from the castle that you were able to see, but I think you probably haven't seen, but they saw.
Mm-hmm.
Go here, go back here. There's the castle. that you see in the
Episode
kitchen.
6. Return of the
Episode
Castle.
6. Yeah.
How far is the guardhouse from the castle?
A distance.
Is it like right there, or is it like a ways away?
It's several hundred feet.
Okay.
Hold on, let me open another map to see the square size in that map, and that will give me a better idea. So each square is 20 feet here. The main castle's there. It's probably like a good 1,000 feet or more.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, you guys gotta figure out what you're gonna do now.
Because the question at hand is, and of course someone who's not Macho Dwarf is making this kind of sense. Do we want to go charging into a castle or sneaking into a castle when we have no fireballs and we're almost out of rages? Or do we want to try to find a place to rest before going into the castle?
I think that like doing some recon and rest would be a good idea.
Yeah. So I guess the first thing to
we
do
haven't
is to look
checked out this
for a
guardhouse
suitable
yet, so
camping spot.
We just kind of got ambushed.
Yeah, you guys were exploring. You guys pulled up to the guardhouse. You thought it was empty. Some behind-the-scenes stuff happened where, skill checks happened, and they looked good on your half, but they weren't. And, yeah, that's why you were ambushed. So, you were ambushed by the guards at the guardhouse.
So we can check out the guardhouse, kind of close up. Maybe hole up in there if we have to.
Maybe, although they might notice that there's nobody at the guardhouse within 8 hours.
That's fair.
That's one of the reasons I was trying to figure out how close it was. Because if it was like right next door, then it was like they might already know that something's wrong. But it's far enough away that's like, well, they didn't light the fucking signal fire or whatever to let Gondor know. So
Yeah, let's inspect the guardhouse and then maybe get off the beaten path a little bit away from it.
Yeah.
Sure. So a quick inspection of the guardhouse is it's just a grimy, not well kept guardhouse, but protects them from the elements.
Was there any notes or orders, or can the lizard folk even read?
That's
There's-
racist.
There's nothing in there that you can find. It looks like they don't take any written orders. It might all just be verbal.
I mentioned it because I tried to talk to them, and they're draconic, and they just said, no, we're ordered to attack anybody that comes through here. So.
Yeah. Yep, nothing enlightening in this guardhouse. It's very, you know what? Here, we'll be nice since those lizards had so little. Go back to this table. You find another 12 scissor. 12,
Sizzlers.
12 silver stashed under one of the bunks.
He was gonna make it on his own.
Yeah,
He's gonna
we
head
thought
for-
so.
He's gonna head for New York.
So
What time of day are we at?
Huh?
So what time of day are we at?
It's 9 at night.
Oh, yeah, we need rest anyway.
Yeah, you do.
And there's fewer of us that can see in the dark now, so.
So you guys
Can we,
are.
So now that we know where the main path is, I guess we can go out into the marsh a bit.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of dry land here. Other because you rode boats to get to where you're at. And then the path there's a raised up path that leads straight towards the castle. And then it's just this is another one of those places where it's about the only raised up dry spot, and then everywhere else is marsh, and then drops off into full on swamp.
I mean, reasonably, we could probably sleep on the boats if we're careful.
Macho Dwarf has nothing to say about that.
Yeah, and just, this is Sybil or someone. And be like, yeah, and just kind of hide the boats a little bit.
Sure. So,
Do you want?
and then remember, only up to 3 people can fit in each boat. So you guys had 2 boats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do the watch thing, right? Someone will stay awake at any given time.
Now that we have Bartleby, we don't really have to do that so much.
Okay, so Robot Dog stays awake.
Yep, and he's got alert, he can't be surprised and all that kind of stuff.
Now I am gonna say that it's probably difficult to craft in a boat and a canoe.
Especially without waking up the other people in the boat.
Yeah.
Or giving off our location.
Yeah. So probably no crafting tonight.
If that boat's a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
Do we need to try to camouflage the boats a little bit to stay more hidden, or?
Yeah, I'd at least put them in some bushes or something, or whatever the marsh equivalent of a bush is.
After a little bit of searching, about 30, 45 minutes, you find some patches of tall reeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're able to kind of paddle into.
I'll let you out, but no barking and no whining.
No promises.
Whining.
So just 8 hours exactly? Do you guys just get up at 6? Yes, no?
Sorry, my kids were fighting.
Oh, I said 8 hours exactly. You guys just get up at 6?
Yeah, sure. Send it.
Okay. There you go. That's the time and date. 30th Hammer. It's the last day of Hammer.
And then doth the hammer fall?
Then I think it's Midwinter Day, which is probably a special day in this land. I don't know. Midwinter. What is this? Faerun? What is?
Yeah, it's favorite.
Fey- Oh, also known as Dead Winter Day. Yeah, it's just the midpoint of winter. Hmm. Is Corey back?
Yeah, she just went and tried to whine at Ben's door.
He's too nice to her.
He gives her too many treats.
Yeah, she's gonna be fat again.
She won't mind.
Yeah, poor little football dog.
Alright, so let's see here. You guys get up, 6 o'clock. It takes you about another 30, 45 minutes to paddle to the thing. And then reference manual, we go over here to this. And then we go there. And we give you that. And then hopefully it's all dark for you, but I don't know. Is it just a black map? Or can you see the whole thing?
I'll get there.
It's just a black map at the moment.
Yeah, black.
Okay.
Do you have our tokens on there?
No, not yet. That's why.
Oh, that's probably what.
I mean, if it's black right now, then that means that everything's working right. So,
Yeah, it's all black.
That's a soccer team.
yeah, the All Blacks. So I don't think Macho Dwarf's gonna be in the lead, but I'm just gonna put him there.
Oh, that's gross. There's like a marsh out here.
Everyone's swamping them.
Harken would actually be in the lead with Bartleby. And then we got Aaron. I don't know. I guess Dalton would be in the middle. Oh, I didn't do the long rest. Give me a minute. And then she's, I don't know. That seems plausible. You can shuffle around if you don't like that, or you can accept it. It's up to you.
It accepted.
The spacing, where you guys are. Long rest. That is going to be here, and there, and there, and now everybody's rested.
Are those off in the distance? Are those like mud huts?
Hold on, I gotta change to your guys' view so I know what you see. The thing's casting all the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are huts.
And this thing to the south of us, that's the castle.
Southeast of you looks to be some kind of a pen.
Oh. Okay.
It's like a stockaded in.
The castle's way at the back. Okay.
Castle's to the east.
It's like a proper like city almost.
Castle's like directly east. You see a couple long houses. Those are like the bigger looking huts. It is morning, so let's go ahead and open this up, and we'll do the thing that I didn't know if it was going to bite me or not, and we'll find out. I actually tried to prepare for once. Those are all. Okay. Weird. But yeah, that's that is what you see. What you see is what you see.
Well, let's make
Isn't
sure
that
that
crazy?
Monster Dwarf can actually see it real quick. I mean, it seems like a pretty good time to roll perception. Yeah, he doesn't see shit.
I really want to like make you temporary blind with that roll, but it wasn't a one. It wasn't a one, so
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't a 1.
it wasn't a one, but it also equates to a 0.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't see any of these giant frogs up here. He does not notice them at all. He is like...
Oh, I see. They're too far away. He's too
distracted by something else.
That's fine.
He's like, maybe he's looking at this pen and he's like, I wonder what's in this pen.
Yeah. that's perfectly believable. So yeah, explore away.
Wait. Sorry, hold on.
We're holding on.
We're all just holding on.
Yeah.
Hold on for one more day.
Okay. Well, I'm curious about this pen because it's big.
Yeah,
Okay.
Monster Dwarf is also distracted by the pen.
That's valid.
We'll just assume that everybody else is always kind of behind us.
Yeah, I can keep them in roughly the same formation. Maybe Dalton would be behind you now instead of alongside. It is still very much appears to be penish in nature.
And Harken
Maybe
isn't the
some-
stealth boy he used to be, but he can still stealth a little bit, right? Yeah, he's got +7.
Yeah, you rolled a 14.
So yeah, when he's stealthing, Monster Dwarf is going to hang back a bit.
So I guess at that same point, Aaron would probably also
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, we're going stealthy." So
Hashtag stealth boys.
Aaron got a 19.
You need to take the lead.
So yeah, he kind of comes up here, and he sees that it does open up a bit. There's an obvious opening that maybe even Harken can see now. I don't know.
You see the cutoff there.
So yeah, there you go. It's kind of it might be my fault because I think I drew in all the lines, so they may not be perfect. But yeah, there's a 5-foot opening into what appears to be a large pen with at least one hut that you can see. Aaron cautiously tiptoes up. He signals that there's another hut on the right. And then he comes up a little bit more. Creeps in. Still doesn't see anything though. Looks to be empty at this time. There's another opening to the east he motions towards. Kind of does some little hand signals.
Yep, steal first.
Yeah. What's the perception for?
Paranoid. That's all.
Okay. It appears to be abandoned, but you do hear like some kind of hissing and heavy breathing back behind the hut. But Aaron still doesn't see anything. Let's roll his perception, I guess. He doesn't hear shit. He doesn't even hear you behind him. He actually can't even see you anymore. He's just like fully focused on the ground at his feet, I guess.
He's got that autism.
Yeah.
Touch of the
Laser focus.
Kind of wanders around in here some more. Where? Now, okay, something's wrong here.
Something's wrong.
Give me a second. I don't know why those weren't showing up. Must have been something I did with the tokens earlier when I was trying to set things up. So hold on, let me put these back. Because where he's at, he definitely would have seen them by now. Even with his... Well, no, he wouldn't have. Because of his extremely bad perception check. But you probably see them now. Maybe. Let me get your field of vision. Nope, you don't. You don't even know what I'm talking about, but you still hear stuff back there.
Back behind the little hut or the big one?
The big hut.
Okay.
But yeah, once you're in here, it does look like an animal pen for sure. The outer walls are sturdy logs driven down into the earth. Spaced about 6 inches apart and bound together with twisted fibers. Yeah. Up. Now I gotta go over here. Perception's wisdom, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Giant lizards, like the subterranean kind?
That giant lizard spots you immediately
Fuck.
and just starts hissing and hiss.
Oh man, I gave up animal handling as a trained thing. Ugh.
But you see that he's also tethered.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Can I bribe them with meat and bones or whatever we got?
You're just trying to soothe them, or?
Maybe make friends. I could use a mount.
I mean, it doesn't snap at you, but it still doesn't want anything to do with you.
Will they be quiet at least?
Yes.
Okay. Sufficient bribe. I'll take it.
and nobody go like Aaron still doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't even know
He
there's
doesn't
a
even know
pack
they're
there. He's just kind of wandering around, examining the walls. Everybody outside doesn't know what's going
No,
on.
we're just wondering. It's been a little bit at this point.
I guess at this point, maybe Sybil would be like the shit, and I think she has stealth skills. So let's go over here. See if she rolled low enough that like maybe she would creep to the door and be like, "What's going on in there?" And she just sees Aaron wandering around aimlessly and Harken moving back behind some huts. And she kind of that's a pretty far distance. She kind of
He's out there in the middle of the field.
She just motions that they're just in there wandering around basically, and maybe you can figure out her hand signals enough. Dalton figures them out.
Yeah. And at some point, Monstro doesn't want to be left behind.
And he refers to you that that's what she's trying to say.
How would you interpret a stealth roll of like 5? Is that still quieter than just walking over there?
I don't think so.
Okay, well in that case, I think we're not gonna gamble, and he's just gonna walk over there.
Okay. I guess Dalton would also at least try a stealth roll. I doubt his is very high either. Yeah, he's got a -1. And he's at disadvantage.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't roll, because I've got disadvantage.
Yeah,
So
he's got an 8. Also, I need to figure out that armor. So he does the same thing. He just kind of comes up here. Goes over there and get another look. Let's figure out his armor. What are you wearing? You're wearing like half plate, right? Adamantine half plate?
Something along those lines. But yeah, half plate.
What's the strength requirement on that?
Fucking, does it have one?
Probably.
It might be that only heavy armor has strength requirements. That's entirely possible.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Oh yeah. So what I'll do is I'll give him the same thing you have.
Okay.
Because he tried to take full plate.
So is his strength at least 13?
His full plate?
No, his strength.
I think it's 15 for full plate.
Strength is 13, but
so he could have chainmail, and chainmail would be better than half plate. Because he has a heavy armor feat, or clerics use heavy armor, right?
Oh, you mean adamantine chainmail?
Yeah.
Sure, I can give him that instead. Where?
Because that's technically cheaper than half plate anyway.
I do still have those ogre strength gauntlets that I don't really need.
You guys were talking about giving him those too. What do those give him? +2?
They set your strength to 19 flat out.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe you should just give those to him then if you don't need them at all.
Yeah, because for attack and everything, I use intelligence now, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have them.
So, we'll say, how about, like, you go back and remember that you forgot to give him those? And that he's, like, you've seen him struggling all morning with his armor. And,
there you go.
And then just remember to take them out of your inventory.
Yeah. There you go.
We'll say you did it overnight. Let's just say you remembered to do it at night, because that way you would have had time to attune to them.
Yeah.
So we equip him. Did that set his strength to 19? It did not. So,
Yeah, I had to manually adjust it.
I should make a note somewhere that says that his strength is actually 13. Is there just a way to make a modifier at least?
Probably.
Perception. Whoops, I didn't want to roll a strength. Man, what a waste of a strength check. Inventory. I mean, I set them to equipped, but I guess that doesn't matter. What if I attune them again? Alright, well, let's just put a note in his thing that says base strength equals 13. What?
And for me, it frees up an attunement slot anyway, so.
Yeah. Alright, so now we'll put this up to 19. And okay, so now he doesn't have to worry. Now he can wear his armor as long as he doesn't take those gloves off. If somebody cuts both his hands off, then like he just crumples to the ground under the weight of his armor.
This table says that all that happens if you don't have the strength requirements is it reduces your speed by 10.
Oh, is that all it does?
That's all this table says.
10 less speed.
It's pretty significant. It's worth wearing the gauntlets. But if anyone
That's,
cuts his hands off, I think he'll be okay. If anyone cuts his hands off, he'll be fine.
Also,
the gauntlets will be good for him for melee anyway.
Huh?
The gauntlets will be good for him for melee anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. It'll give him a chance to melee at least. Maybe he could actually... Oh, he was going to try to sweet talk you into getting that fancy mace of yours, the one-handed, since he's a priest and he saw how pretty it is.
Lightbringer?
But he also... yeah, your Lightbringer or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also has a -1 charisma, so...
Yeah.
So, it's going to be...
Yeah. I need this when things get hairy.
He's gonna at least roll persuasion real quick while they're exploring down there, and he's just kind of like, look, I'm a cleric. That's a pretty sweet ass cleric mace. I got this normal mace you can have. Look at how cool it is. And
technically,
he rolled a mace.
Technically, you can use your warhammer one-handed too.
Oh, that was perception. Hold on. I meant to do persuasion. he rolled a 3.
Okay. And then Mazadorf will persuade him that he needs it for when things get hairy, and if that mace is so cool, then he can use it. And there's a 19.
Yeah, and he's like, well, shit, a good point. You can't argue with that logic. And he looks at his mace with a newfound interest. All right, what are you doing down there, Harken?
I'm not sure. I'm tempted to mess with the lizard some more.
Aaron's still kind of wandering.
I also don't think I'm going to roll a better animal handling check than I already did. So
yeah,
it's probably
you can only roll once per hour anyway.
Yeah.
He kind of comes down here. He looks inside this hut, and he's like, "Huh, it's a hut." Kind of goes over here, wanders around a little bit, walks right past you, doesn't see the lizards. Takes a look in this hut. He's like, that's another hut.
Is it good?
And he comes up here. It's like, hey guys, like there's nothing but huts in there. It's really weird.
Does it connect to anything, or is it just a pen?
It's just a pen.
It's just a pen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we can leave then.
Yeah.
That's the big fucking lizards.
He kind of talks back to Harken. He's like, "Hey, Harken, we're going. That's just a pen."
You don't see the 3 gigantic lizards that I'm petting right now.
It's like, no, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Horse-sized reptiles, and no,
Are
you
there-
don't see them.
You been sniffing swamp gases, Harken?
Are you blind?
Does anybody gonna verify the story?
I don't know. I feel like Sybil or Dalton would just be like, "Well, are they dangerous? Do we got to worry about them, or can we move on?"
They are horse-sized lizards.
Okay.
So,
Are they chained?
potentially useful, potentially dangerous, yes.
Okay. Are they chained up, or do you want
Yeah,
us to
they're
kill them?
All right, fine. Anything in the huts?
No. Well, I don't know. Aaron didn't see anything.
No, that doesn't mean anything.
You take a look inside that hut, and it is, in fact, empty.
Oh, not one too. Fuck, I'm blind now.
And actually,
Man, it's dark as fuck in here.
yeah, it's really dark in there.
Where do those lizards
And-
go?
Yeah, and you lost track of the lizards.
Jeez, all right.
So yeah.
Okay, well,
Here, hold on. I think I have a sound effect for this.
I was wondering if it was going to be that, or if you were going to play like something with Mr. Magoo in it,
Oh, no.
because that was some prime Mr. Magoo territory right there. Mr. Magoo also wouldn't have seen the lizards.
I don't see a perception check for Bartleby yet. Come on, one. Ow. How boring. Bartleby sees that the hut is indeed empty.
or
I do feel like Sybil at least would be like, so do we want to kill those lizards, or what do we want to do about the lizards? Are we just leaving them there for them to grab later?
they're friendly enough. It's fine.
Okay.
All
They
right.
like me at least.
Sybil, I think, would want to at least see the lizards.
Sure.
We'll go look at the lizards. They're huge.
They're like
Kinda-
it's like when we want to see gorillas. We're like, oh,
Yeah,
they're
they're
almost
over there.
people.
Yeah. Then they throw poop at you. And she's like, oh, holy shit, yeah, those are lizards. She comes back. She's like, yeah, those are lizards. Aaron, how did you not see those lizards? Yep. Oh, wait, you know what? Did she see the lizards? She probably gets advantage since she's been warned that they're there, so probably, but...
But there's like a 1 in 400 chance.
Perception. Yeah, she saw the lizards. Yep, definitely lizards, definitely lizards. Definitely. And that's that place that you just saw.
And that's the lizards.
Yeah. Back to exploring. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, from here, can we see, like, this part of the castle that we can see right here to the southeast? Is that just literally a wall?
That is a wall.
It's just a wall. Because
That
we
is-
probably shouldn't just kick in the front door. So I feel like people are going to have their eyes open for back entrances or side entrances and stuff like that.
That is, if you go back to that image, it actually is pretty close to what it actually is on the map. So that would be the smaller round part that has a bridge running across to it. Except in this one, there's no bridge. It's just a dirt ramp all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
But that is basically what that spot is.
But so that leads to a door.
That does probably.
And then
You would assume so with the ramp.
Yeah. And then, I mean, just from the way it's designed here, I'm assuming that the front door is way off to the east. But I guess we won't know that until we look a little more.
I gotta zoom in a little bit. These check marks are tiny when I'm zoomed out.
Did either of you ever play Lords of the Realm 2?
No.
That was, it's like a 90s PC game, so it's that sort of Warcraft 2 era. But they had a really clear, like, British guy doing announcing, and when you would go over the types of castle, he would just be like, a Mott and Bailey. And that's just in my brain forever now. Like, anytime I see a castle diagram, especially anytime someone says Mott and Bailey, I just hear, a Mott and Bailey. A star fort.
Meanwhile, those giant frogs that a couple of you have probably noticed in the distance are just kind of hopping around between the huts. So, like, none of them are taking any notice of you. They're just hopping around up there. Here, let's give Dalton a chance to do something. Let's go to Dalton's thing, and his perception is +3. Yeah, he at least mentions to everybody, like, you guys do see those frogs hopping around up there, right?
Frogs!
And he's like, yeah, dude, up that way. And he points up to the northeast towards those giant huts. And not giant huts, they're normal huts.
All right, let's do, so how do I, okay, I'll just click advantage. I'm going to give myself advantage on a perception roll.
Sure, since he's, like, directing you towards where to look. Yeah, there you go, you see them.
And then, yeah, and I grab Dalton and I make him hunch down with me. Oh, shit! What, look, they figured out how to make houses.
Alright, hold on. Let's check here, and let's go here, and let's... what would that be? I guess that would be another perception check? Maybe an insight check.
For if he believes that they made houses, I think insight probably is a good one.
Let's do insight. He doesn't believe you at all. He's like, no, I think those are just huts. I think those are...
They're huts surrounded by frogs. Put 2 and 5 together, alright? Boy, if they've already figured out how to make houses, in another couple months, we're screwed.
He just kind of shakes his head.
Pretty soon they're going to be making...
You don't understand, man. This is, like, I know he mostly talks crazy, but we've seen some shit that doesn't make a lot of sense.
He pulls out the jade frogs, and he's like, this one was found on a bump on a log on the side of the road. Explain that to me, huh? And this one, goblins had it. Exactly.
Right. Let's go over here to...
And now we know
Wait,
that these frogs are working with the lizard folk because they're living outside the castle. They're in the castle town.
He rolled a 1 on his persuasion. Persuade you that those are not...
Yeah.
He just kind of stumbles over himself. He's just like...
Maybe Macho makes a few good points, and much like Harken, maybe he's willing to believe that something is wrong.
I think you've pulled Dalton in.
We had a frog when we were dealing with the goblins, we had a frog when we were new in town, and then here we are, a bunch of frogs at the lizard folk castle. It's frogs, 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 all the way down.
Okay, he believes you that there's a conspiracy with he's in on the conspiracy, but he still is
He's still-
100% certain they did not make those huts.
All right, hey, we could talk about it later. All right, we're in a lot of danger right now. So, how hard were the frogs when we fought them when I wasn't here?
Not very.
Okay, less dangerous than the lizard folk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
I mean, they. Yeah.
You did fireball
I mean,
them.
we did fireball them, so.
but some of them survived, right? Do they get 2 attacks? Do the attacks hurt?
They never did like a devour attack, which I kind of expected, but
Oh, a little Big Bertha attack.
yeah, they didn't try to swallow us. They were big fucking frogs, though.
Well, Majadorf is probably on the side that we need to go exterminate those frogs because they're just going to flank us if we try to get into the castle.
Dalton
Which way are we
agreed.
going?
North to the frogs.
Dalton's very worried about
Okay.
those frogs now. You've made him paranoid as well. Alright, hold on. Let me get Dalton up here. He's kind of going to stay a little bit back. Sybil.
Dalton probably would raise the point. He would probably be still saying, like, you keep in mind if they didn't make the houses, something else made the houses. And although Mantra Dwarf won't listen to him, other people in the party might listen to reason a little bit.
I don't know, man. I think they probably did make the houses.
You got to keep in mind, he did pull Harken fully into your
Yes.
conspiracy a while ago.
It was when that second frog was on the bump on the log is what really pulled him in. He was like, what the fuck?
Okay, so what do I know about like marsh dwelling peoples?
Well, I think roll insight with a disadvantage because you're pulled into this conspiracy.
Could be worse.
An 8. All you know really is that those huts were not made by frogs.
As we got closer and you got a better look at them, something in your rational mind was like, you know, the way that frogs don't have opposable thumbs.
But yeah, you do see like a dozen or more huts. They're kind of haphazard. They're on boggy ground, so not like fully dry, not submerged. Each is shaped like a slightly flattened dome. Doorways are all open. But they're kind of short enough that you would kind of have to crawl to get into them, probably. They look to be made of reeds, woven through a lattice, and they're just kind of reeds and mud and grass and, you know, maybe poop mixed in.
Yuck.
Well, if they're
Yeah.
that small, then I guess it's probably not a horde of lizard folk. Hopefully it's not fucking brownies or whatever that thing in Baldur's Gate was.
What?
Did you ever go out into the swamp and like bump into the witch out there?
Yeah, the little gremlin things that are like dressed up like sheep.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Uh, but yeah, you still see the frogs just kind of hopping along, just you know, lazily hopping between huts.
Do I see any like tracks that look unusual that aren't like human or lizard folk or like something obvious?
Roll nature.
Nature.
Or was that a survival check?
Survival, whatever, yeah.
Just roll nature, fuck it.
Won't she be my nature?
You see a lot of frog and probably. Oh, I didn't mean. Oh, I guess I didn't close it, so that's fine. Give me a second to remember the exact name. Looks like also bullywugs.
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 What the fuck's a bullywug?
Bullywugs.
I don't know. What do you think a bullywug is?
Well, I mean, obviously he should know because he recognizes the tracks. I have an idea of
Right.
what a bullywug is.
I'm asking as the like third party to this. Harken probably.
Didn't somebody mention bullywugs to me when we were in town?
Yes.
Yeah. So absolutely, Monster Dwarf knows that bullywugs are frog people.
Yeah.
And he's like, I told you the frogs made those huts, Dalton.
Oh, they're frog people.
Look like frogs, act like people. Alright, well, shit. We can't just go charging those frogs. We don't know if there's frogs in these frog huts. Frogs all the way
Can I tell
down.
about how many of these frog people are there at this camp?
I see about 13 huts.
You cannot. There's just a lot of tracks going to and from and between the different huts and leading towards the castle and some kind of off into the swamp and back. It's too hectic to tell exact numbers. Meanwhile, the frogs are still just kind of hopping around, and
The last bunch of frogs that they fought, were those aggressive?
they were attacked by them in the swamp, yes.
Okay.
However, the frog people are clearly the enemy here, not the frogs.
Hey,
Those are the nefarious ones.
yeah, look, just, if it's a frog, don't trust it, that's all I'm gonna say. Frog person, frog. I mean, they're all on the hit list today.
What about a frog dog?
Frog dog, it's gotta go, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll just take a peek into the doorway of that thing.
It's kind of just like a short tunnel that leads into, let's see here, you have no dark vision, right? Just blind sight?
Yeah, I get 10 feet.
10 feet blind sight, and I forget, blind sight is it just movements and walls? Is that what it is?
I think it's... Yeah, like I'm not going to walk into stuff. I can tell when something is there, but I can't necessarily tell what it is until I pick it up.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can tell there's nothing living in there, I guess, I would say.
No frog person in there at the moment.
Yeah, it's safe to say that.
So then Mosdorf is emboldened to peek into this one since nothing jumped out at Harken.
Okay. These guys, Aaron obviously rolls stealth. So let's go here, because Aaron's not going to be not stealth in a situation like this. Stealth. He's fairly stealthy.
Little stealthy.
Yeah. So since he's feeling so stealthy, I think he also kind of comes up here and peeks into another doorway. You have dark vision. Macho Dwarf
Yes,
does.
I got-
Macho Dwarf also sees an empty hut.
This isn't good.
Aaron,
Where are they?
Aaron, I believe, doesn't have any kind of dark vision.
So he's
Yeah,
just,
it's
he
a
can
terrible idea that the two stealth ones are also the two humans.
Yeah.
Well, Sybil has stealth and has those goggles.
But she's also squishy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, maybe she should pass them off to him.
Oh, that's
She.
actually a fair point.
But she needs them more for the range.
Yeah, it's
But
like
she
it's
can cast spells at range, and if she's got a torch, and it's like you guys are in darkness,
yeah.
he can't range things. Whereas he can have a torch, and the torch will have a light radius that's in his effective range.
Sure. All right. Fair enough.
And as Aaron listens to this later, he will rage that I made an argument to keep the
I think
goggles
both
away
of them
from
are valid, but I do think, there's like winning more and losing less. Shush! And I do think that when shit hits the fan, it would be nice for her to be able to cast spells in the dark.
Yeah. I mean, you could always blow a spell slot and give him dark vision.
Stop barking!
Also true.
There's nothing, I can see that there's nothing out there.
So yeah, so far you just see empty huts and giant frogs just kind of hopping around.
Can I tell what the most recent tracks are at all? And more importantly, where the most recent tracks are headed.
Sure, you can tell that they're headed towards the castle.
Okay. So fairly safe to say the frog people left for the castle.
I guess so. Tiny!
She's barking at the frog people.
Yeah. Stop it.
I'd say give her a ball, but then the ball's just gonna be rolling around all super loud.
Yeah. The fucking, the old neighbor guy is back, so I bet she can just see the old neighbor guy outside or something.
What a bitch.
Well, Monsterdorf still wants to kill all those frogs.
Dalton also wants to kill the frogs because, he's been pulled into this conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm. Sybil just likes killing stuff.
Yeah, Sybil's just fine as long as she gets to cast spells, I think. Aaron, I think, would err on the side of caution with the frogs.
Yeah.
As in, it's probably safer to kill them, so he'll go along.
I was also, he might be like, well, are we really? All right. He's just going to get pulled into it no matter what we do.
Oh, yeah. The frogs are still ignoring you.
Now, do they ignore me if I get this close?
Hold on a second. Yo, ignoring you.
All right. Well, I mean, everyone else should. I mean, Aaron's in a good position because he's hiding behind a thing. But it's obvious that Monsterdorf is about to snap, so everyone else should get into positions.
Well, fuck it. Click.
Oh, did you just attack him?
I got the range. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, okay, you hit him. Alright, and that starts combat. Now all the frogs, they hear this one yelp out. They notice Dalton and Macho Dwarf because they're not even trying to
No,
stealth.
absolutely not.
Harken's fucking ready today. Just wants to get this shit over with.
It's empty. You want to wash? I can wash when I'm done. Thank you. Let's see here. I got a lot of shit on this bar, so I guess I have to roll these individually. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. Where is... screw it. I'll just roll all initiatives. Alright. Up here, and we go here. So Harken gets to... Oh, I still gotta roll...
Dalton.
Did you roll Sybil's initiative?
I rolled Sybil's.
Okay.
But Dalton and Aaron, I think, both need initiatives.
Sybil has the same initiative as you.
Yeah.
Party sheet. Dalton. Main. Initiative. Oh, Dalton had a good roll. Good for him. And Aaron. Aaron had a mediocre roll. There you go. Everybody's got their initiatives. What did you get, Harken? You got a 21. Let's find Bartleby. Get him a 21, so he's right underneath you. Oh, somehow it didn't put him. Oh, that's fine. Okay. You still get to go first. That's a hit again. You finished off that frog before it even knew what hit him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That obviously also is a hit. For 6 damage.
And I think that's it.
No movement.
No. I've got the range. We're good. Fuck them.
What about
Stay back here. Bartleby, stay next to me.
Okay. How about we put him actually next to you, and let's put you in actual squares. Okay. Bartleby's turn is over.
Stage is going to dodge.
Giant frog numero. This one. Take it 30 feet. He shoots his tongue out at Macho Dwarf, and in an attack, attempting to grapple you with his tongue. And he hits. I guess roll a... Technically, if he hits you with it, it's supposed to just give you grappled. But I feel like you're supposed to be able to make an opposing check against that. But I think because it's an attack, they're just rolling it into the attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me a strength check. I'll just let you.
Not athletics?
Because you're at like the max range.
Sure, not athletics?
Sure, athletics, whatever.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
You're grappled.
I'm grappled.
Did that... Is he targeting you? for some reason he wasn't targeting. Weird. What is your AC?
It's like 16.
Yeah. He hit you, so that's good. For some reason he wasn't targeting. So we will do the damage for the attack, and then we will apply grappled. That was its attack and its movement, and you're kind of just like it can't pull you in since it moved and did that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're grappled by its tongue right now. Alright, Dalton. Dalton is a cleric. He's a helpful sort. He's gonna run up here and try to ungrapple you from the frog. I think we'll make that a straight up strength check. And thankfully he's got those gauntlets now.
He's got them gauntlets.
He rips the frog tongue off of you, and yeah, you're ungrappled. He succeeds. He's like, if we're gonna fight these frogs, we need our expert. Take care of the grapple. Did an action to do that. So he's kind of spent. That's his turn. Alright, and Aaron's turn. There's nothing he can sneak attack. Guess he would just kind of go for the one that he could get in range of.
Yeah. Is that to the left?
I think the one to the left is probably the closest.
Yeah.
I think 20 feet is his dagger. So yeah, that's only a 10-foot movement for him. That gets him an effective range. So we go over here. Obviously, after that last fight, he had picked up the daggers that he had thrown, so we give him those daggers back. He throws a dagger and hits for 5 damage, and then he pulls out his hand crossbow and hits for another 10 damage. And then he kind of retreats back behind this hut. And that's his turn. Lots of movement. Alright, Sybil's turn.
Sybil's turn. So if she moves here, can she see the wounded frog? She can. And then what is the range on Ray of Frost? 60
Pretty
feet.
far.
So that's definitely close enough. So she targets the wounded frog, and she'll just do a Ray of Frost.
Oh, that wounded frog. Okay.
This is just a ranged attack.
Yeah, if you just roll the
Yeah.
cast or whatever, there you go, that hits. Or it's dead.
It's dead. It's deed.
Yeah, she freezes the frog and it kind of freezes to the ground where it's at. And it dies to death. Is that her whole turn?
Oh, and then she has some more movement, so she'll just like hide behind this hut so no frogs get her.
Okay.
There you go.
Macho dwarf.
Macho dwarf. Let's see if I can manage to get to him somehow.
Can you just like click your portrait a few
That's
times?
what I'm trying, and that's not working. And right-clicking my portrait just does a bunch of weird portrait stuff.
Try the token.
If I double-click on that, now I've got him.
Okay, so now you're back where you were.
Yeah, and then I'm going to just target this frog next to me.
Okay,
Did that work?
looks like it.
And we are just going to attack him. We're going to do... well, he, you know what? The frog jumped over, so we uppercut him as he was jumping over.
Okay. That's a hit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, nothing means nothing, no.
You uppercut him and he does several flips in the air and lands on its back dead.
Yahoo!
Yeah.
And then this one is still healthy, but whatever. So we're going to move up here just so this frog can't do any funny business.
Okay.
And then that's the turn.
Okay. Let's get a bearing on things. And okay, back to Harken.
I want to use the sharpshooter like power attack thing, but I'm not quite sure how to make that work at the moment.
Me too.
I get a -5 for the attack, so I can do that easy enough. And I miss, of course.
Yes, that's a miss.
We'll try it again. Fuck. Alright, never mind.
Okay.
Oh,
Suppressing fire.
And Bartleby just stays with you.
he's moving.
Oh, alright, I didn't see that movement. There we go. I was zoomed in a little bit. I got a lot of windows open. Does he bite?
Yep.
Well, he hits with his bite. For 7 damage.
And that's it.
Okay, giant frog. This one hops in a little closer and bites at Macho Dwarf and misses. Dalton, I suppose since he's in melee, he just swings his mace with that he has a newfound respect for.
And he's got those new gloves to give him
Yeah,
more rolls.
to not get a minus. Swings his mace.
Does he get double attack as a cleric?
If he's a war cleric, they get like a bonus attack.
Okay.
But no.
He's
Too much of a magey cleric.
Storm, yeah, he's Storm Cleric. So I don't think so. I think he just gets either a spell attack or an attack. He hits it
Oh.
for 6 damage. And he's like, God damn, this is a good mace, Macho Dwarf. I don't know why I wanted that piece of shit.
Oh yeah, stay frosty. There's still a lot of frogs.
This frog bites at Bartleby that bit at it. It's a biting battle. It hits. And Bartleby is grappled in the tongue.
Ugh.
What size is Bartleby's? Medium size, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No reason.
Oh, right.
Aaron's turn. Aaron is very excited. He can get his sneak attack because things are in melee range finally. Kind of moves up a little bit, throws his dagger at the one in combat with Dalton. Crits him.
Jesus.
For 6 damage.
Yeah, buddy.
Good old daggers. So I guess he'll use his sneak attack damage on that one. That frog is dead. And I think what he'll do is he has complete faith in Macho Dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
So instead he'll target the other one that's approaching. And crossbow has a range of... he's going to have to move in another 5 feet. And he shoots his hand crossbow. And hits for 8 damage. That was what, 5, 10, and then he kind of goes back over here to his little hidey hole. Congratulates himself on a job well done. There's that frog that he killed. There it is. And ends his turn. Giant frog attacks Macho Dwarf by bite. Oh, don't drag the whole window, drag the targeting thing. He bites at you and kind of like misses and rolls onto his back.
Mud slippery.
Yeah, and is prone for 1 turn. Which is very impressive for a frog to be prone. But he managed it, so let's do that, and we'll go to effects, and we'll go to prone. That's that frog's turn. This frog likes its chances with Dalton. Snaps his tongue at him. And misses. Sybil's turn.
Alright, again, I'm gonna need Sybil.
Can't see her,
Can't
so
see her.
5, 10. I mean, just moving here, I think you
Yeah.
can see her, and it puts her in range of that one that I'm guessing she would attack.
The one attacking Dalton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's clear. That's a target. That frog.
There you go.
And just do Ray of Frost again because that worked pretty well.
That hits.
Blam.
Not dead.
Well, yeah, but still blam.
It-
And the
Yeah,
wound's
it's
back.
got some frost on him now. Applied from a ray.
See, I double clicked on Masha Dwarf before you moved her.
There you go.
You see?
That's her turn, Macho Dwarf.
And he's going to clear. He's going to target this prone one.
Okay.
And he's going to jump up and do a flying elbow drop. Oh, yes, he does.
Yeah, he does. For 9
For
damage.
9 damage, you better believe it.
Frog wheezes heavily.
And he bounces off it and lands back where he started like it's a fucking RPG.
Yeah.
And that's the turn.
Harken.
Okay.
You gonna try it again? That is a hit. That looked like a normal attack, though, right?
It's normal attack, yeah.
Yeah. Critical, but not dead. Also a hit. His second shot finished him off. I take it. Oh, okay. You didn't target him, so let me check their AC. That's a hit. Make sure you target it before you do damage. Still not targeted. There you go, I targeted him for you. That's another dead frog.
Chomped it right in the butt.
Bartleby bites his butt off, just like Majda Dwarf said.
Alright, that's it.
Bleeds to death from his butt.
My ass is bleeding.
Bartleby ain't grappled no more.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Here. Alright, this frog, I think it uses all its movement to get back,
Yeah.
not the action. So basically, it stops being prone, uses its entire move. Apparently. Where is it? Oh, this isn't the one that's prone.
Haha.
This one just attacks Macho Dwarf. And misses.
I see.
Dalton's turn. I think Dalton would just walk up and swing at the prone
Swing at that
frog.
prone frog.
So he gets alongside you, and it's like, look at this mace. Look at how amazing it is, Macho Dwarf.
Oh yeah.
This mace is the mace of. This is a divine mace.
That mace is the place, yeah.
And swings at the frog. And hits. And kills that frog. He's like, just look at it.
Would you just look at it?
He keeps bashing the frog's head in with it. He's like, look how good it is.
Oh yeah, sometimes that's all you can do is look at it, yeah.
That's Dalton's turn. There's some frog gore on the ground. Aaron. Is there only one frog left?
I only
Looks like
noticed
it.
one.
It is within 5 feet of you, so 5 and how close is that? Not close enough. I can't believe I always forget what the range is on this. It's 20. So that's 15 feet. Throws his dagger, a dagger, hits the frog for 6 damage, and another 7 damage, and then fires his hand crossbow and hits. You saw that it tried, right? You saw that it wobbled.
No, but he's just unleashing all of Hell's Fury on this frog.
Yeah. And he's not even going to bother hiding. He's just going to hang out where he's at now. Sybil's turn.
And then
Probably can't see her.
I can, for some reason, I can just see all kinds of shit right now. I think I'm seeing both of their vision right now.
Maybe.
And so, yeah, she's going to come... Okay, well, now that I'm moving her, I can no longer see everything. But she's going to come over here and target that frog. Ooh, I even see the target arrow.
Yeah,
Ray of Frost.
That's a hit.
And the Frozen Frog.
Frozen frog, dead dwarf, dead dwarf.
Dead dwarf.
Those are dead frogs.
Those are dead frogs. So what did the frogs have?
What did the frog say?
Yeah.
Well, alright, fine. Frogs eat weird shit. Let's go. I don't know what CR rating that was, but I bet you it's under 5. Whoops.
Looks like it's 16. Oh.
I mean, that just generated. Yeah, that's under 5. I forgot that it was random how many frogs are there. So when I went there, it tried to generate it again. But it's definitely under under 5.
Definitely under 5.
Let's see if those frogs had a rich appetite. They had 12 silver.
Okay.
The ones that you splattered, you find 12 silver in the gore. Inventory, that puts you up to 14, and then back down to 4. And the experience, I made myself a note with all of these encounters. So it's here. Then we get the party sheet and experience, and we drag that over, and we award your experience. There you go. Not that hard. No. So every hut you go into is you go into, some of them appear more recently used than others. There's no rhyme or reason that you can tell on like which ones, like location wise, which ones are used more or less. It's just kind of random. That's so yeah, it's just kind of like swampy and mucky and gross in there, and roll nature or investigation, whichever one's higher for you. They're both int, so probably. So the ones that you see that look like they're more well used, you can just tell that bullywugs. That's where they go to sleep. Yeah. Nope. Roll perception.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean that could go either way. You feel like you see a jade frog in every single hut, but you can't actually find them. But you have this odd feeling that every hut has a jade frog in it. So Arkin rolls perception. He finds 0 jade frogs. Yeah. Without a doubt, she knows that there is no magic on any of these huts. Yeah. Which the dwarf cannot be persuaded. Yeah.
Not harvest the frog meat as much of it as I can stuff in my bag of holding.
Huh?
So I'm gonna harvest some frog meat just for stuffing it in the bag of holding just for later.
Oh. Okay. You just sticking raw meat in the bag.
I mean, it's sealed in an extra dimensional space. It'll be all right. We'll deal with that tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe we'll feed it to the big lizard friends. All right.
Yeah, other than that, you know, everything that you basically have all the information. It's the only
I
two ways about
think
it.
we should get after the frog people.
Only two ways about it.
So what's the best path? There's a bridge over here, right?
A bridge over where?
It was in shadow, so I couldn't tell. Oh, what are you?
What are you?
No, Bartleby sees a bullywug. Point. Directly southeast.
I mean, he's pointing, so you can give yourself advantage if you want. you kind of you feel like you see something where he's pointing, but you're not sure. Yeah. I'm gonna clear all initiatives because that will reorder this list to something that is more friendly to me right now. Do, 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 do. Oh, whoops. Okay, I think we are good. Yep. Yep. Oh, people are moving. We got Bartleby's and Harkins moving. Dalton's like, whoa, what's going on, guys? What are we doing? Why are we running this way? Aaron is like stealthy. Wherever, I think it's easier if I just go to the party sheet. There. Oh, he retrieves his daggers before he goes stealthy. Beautiful. Aaron's like, "Shh, everybody be quiet," and he says that like almost at a yell.
Hey, Barley points out the bullywugs. Wink.
All right, Aaron rolls perception with advantage. Come on, roll another. Come on, 2 1s. Oh, he sees him. He's like, yeah, there's bullywugs there. I still like never have seen these lizards you're talking about, but you're not lying about the bullywugs. Like that we know for certain. Yeah. What are we doing? We got any movements? Oh, we do got movements. All right.
Given that we're not moving in stealth, can I tell if we've been spotted or not?
Do you still see any bullywugs?
I do not. So I suspect we've been spotted.
That could be a good guess. There's been no alerts or anything that you can hear. Those long houses look much the same as... Oh, I guess you guys never actually investigated those other ones. But you could see them in the distance. They're long housey. They kind of look like long houses. Out like as opposed to short houses. Mm-hmm. Still just no movement.
I did see a bullywug there, but he's gone now.
Oh, that's not a good thing to say to Macho Dwarf.
Yeah, he was There was one farther in. You're right there. And we should scout around for a back door. Just literally going in the front, like while they know we're here, is probably not a good idea. If you guys were still planning on kicking in the front door, I was going to go off to the east here. Looks like there's a way across this kind of dried up river. And I think I see more wall there, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, Aaron is probably not going to stealth because he had such a shitty stealth roll. So like he's got to wait to try do that again.
Let's see. Try to see if I can find a good spot.
I don't see any movements queued, so. What are we doing? In the shrubbery? So, hold on a sec. So yeah, as you go up there, Harken, you see that as far as you can see, the castle seems to be surrounded by a moat, and you cannot tell how deep it is just by looking.
Just really dirty water.
Yeah, all that water that you see is moat.
Okay, it doesn't look like water; it just looks like mud.
Oh, yeah, they might have just done shitty on their graphics, but it is a full-on moat. Yeah, I mean, it's not as deep in some spots, and like the castle is pretty far up in those spots. Like it's not all just at ground level as you saw from the picture. It's all raised up. They don't do a good job of showing the height on a top-down map. But yeah, there are sheer.
Okay, if that's the case, then there's not really another good spot to go, like to cross the moat and get in.
As far as you can see.
I'm headed along the north side. Because at the very least, that hut side, we know it's clear. I'm not going to run into any trouble that far. Sure.
Gazoon height. You see
Oh,
more
boy.
swamp, more like now you're kind of up north near a tower, I guess. One of the corner towers, whatever those are called.
No obvious way into the tower from here. Even if
Nope,
I got across the moat.
just sheer
Damn.
castle wall.
All right. Well, it's well defended. That sucks.
It's not like that first castle you guys attacked that had like 3 entrances and you went right in the front door. Yeah, they're cunning. Hope he's coming back. Before you come back, you get like a message from Sybil that's just like, "Hey, what's going on? Nothing. All quiet up here." I can't remember if you can
I say
respond. Can you? You can respond
there's
to
no
her,
clear
for the
way
message,
across the
right?
moat. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a two-way message.
that's what I thought.
There's no good way across the moat from here. The only way in looks to be that front entrance.
She relays the information to the rest of you.
I mean, unless we want to go for a swim.
For all you know,
Might be worse.
I do feel like it's.
Oh.
I'll ask somebody at my work if they want. You can hide under the bag area. Anybody want a big old thing of protein powder that like has barely been used? Maybe. It's vanilla. Huh? I don't think so, but I mean we have different taste buds. No. Do you like things that usually taste vanilla-y? All right, you can have it, and if you don't like it, maybe Ben will take it or something. So, maybe I'll bring it up after we finish here. If you're not going straight to bed. No, you woke up this morning. So, are you guys making a plan? Is Harken just? I mean,
Leroy. I can see a bunch of these guys from here, actually.
they can see you too, and if they see you readying a crossbow, then everybody's going to roll initiative. There's no surprise attack this time.
Womp womp. Do they think they're sneaking up on us? Like they're going to get the jump on us?
They don't roll insight. They look like they're defending.
Okay, they're just waiting for us.
Yep. That's what you think.
Oh.
Look at you and your distaste for center squares.
All right, well, you guys want to kick in the front door and say, let's fucking go? How tall is the wall there in the front? Is it got a roof and stuff, or is it just open?
It has a roof.
Damn it.
It's pretty high up from ground level. Unfortunately, the way the map is, I can't like really force you guys to go up and around and come straight in. Like the other picture I showed you. So I think I'll just let you use it as is. Just go right around the corner there. I guess we'll pretend that there's a ledge a little bit around where you guys are at that you can stand on. And you're already at entrance level. So let's move Aaron up there too.
I'm saying they're grouped together well enough for like a fireball. That would be great. I told you.
What? I mean, everybody definitely roll initiative now. So I guess we'll say your turn starts now. How's that for fair? You know, since they are frog people, I will also allow you to have been like immediately enraged as soon as you saw them. That is in character, so I will allow it. I gotta find you in this list. You're probably towards. No, you're gonna be towards the top because I haven't rolled initiatives. Yes, you are. There you go. And I cleared you from your target. Let's see here. I gotta roll Dalton. Average roll. I guess I could do that. Like you guys can see where he's at in the list, but this at least shows you. I like how it tells you what the roll is now too. Before it used to just say the number. Ooh. Aaron means it. Aaron wants to go first today. And then you gotta roll an NPC initiative. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to do this too. So Aaron goes first. What are Aaron's options? Like he doesn't know what's going on in there yet. Oh, he has the wand of magic missiles. But does he also have? Oh, his stuff's basically defensive, other than Tasha's hideous laughter. But I don't know that he would use that. But I don't know. Anyway, he comes around 5'10". He sees the one bullywug there, but like that's basically at full cover. 15, and now he's like, oh shit. I think from there he will just take a shot at something. Probably this first one that he can see that wouldn't be in half cover, the one directly west of Macho Dwarf. Oh, that was Harken or maybe you already had something. I think I cleared your target. Sorry, Harken, if you already had one.
I don't think I did.
Okay, then I think I targeted for you and then cleared it because I realized it was you. Once again, have to remember what dagger range is. It's 20. Okay. So he throws a dagger and misses. Starting out great, and he's like, well, crap, hand crossbow. Good thing that's not a spell, because that is a really bad critical miss roll. But it only applies. but it only applies to spells. So yeah, while he's pulling out the hand crossbow, he just like shoots it straight up in the air because he's so excited. And I guess we'll find out next round if it hits anybody. And then he just kind of dips back around this corner. Yeah, he's like, guys, that's a lot of frogs. Yeah. Harken.
Scoot back into range. There we go. And
Oh, I gotta set your dog's initiative. Thinking. He's deciding if he wants to shoot that crossbow or not.
I want to hit him with fairy fire.
With fairy fire.
I just got to get into range.
Oh. So let's see. That was 10 feet. That's 20 feet. Oh, just out of range.
Just out of range. Shit. All right. Well, fine.
Delivery. But I'm so ready to take you because I'm one of the playground. I can do it. There's cheddar biscuits. It's not biscuit. I can do it. You have to understand collecting meeting. How's that work? I can do it.
That's a miss. And that's a hit.
It's a job for a big dog.
That's a. I mean, you can tell he's heavily injured. You're like, oh, that frog's not as scary as I thought.
That'll be that for me for now.
And Bartleby's movement, just the 10 feet.
No, they'll come up and just in front of me.
Okay.
Be safe. Be alert.
All right.
Right here.
Frog jumps up and attacks Macho Dwarf. With his tongue. Oh, sorry, Macho Dwarf. So sad. You take 4 damage and you're grappled. That was a nat 20. I mean, luckily you're enraged already, so it'll be easy to get out of a grapple. And gives you disadvantage on attack rolls. It also gives you restrained. Yeah. All right. That frog's turn is over. What do these guys got? I haven't even looked at this.
That's a lot of frogs.
He's going to stab at you with his spear, Macho Dwarf, and hit for 4 damage, and then bite at you and miss. Friggin' frogs. It comes to the doorway and it's like, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this guy. He's just right here. And he stabs at him with a spear. And he hits for 2 damage, and then he bites at Aaron and misses. The frog bites at Macho Dwarf and misses. Alright, Sybil's turn. Let's do the 5, 10. Huh? Yep, there's a frog that got around. That's 20 feet.
Yeah.
Here, you want a circle?
Effing frogs.
There's a circle. I mean, there's a spot. That spot, I think. Yeah, that includes the one that's restraining Macho. I don't think it would get the one to the top left of you, and I'm gonna rule out that it hits the far south one. I can. Here, I'll just target everything. Give me 5 minutes.
Hi, Manhole Dog. What you up to?
Yeah, not much. Just watching some flying puppies.
Not much.
Wait. I have to get up there.
That's a good thing. What's the down?
I think that is everything. Yep. Look at all those dice.
Right.
I'm not even going to look at who saved and who didn't. It'll do it automatically.
Jesus.
So the blood splatters are the dead ones. Luckily, it just gives me a little delete icon if something has their health reduced to 0. It looks like you don't need fairy fire anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That killed every single one of them that she targeted. I mean, yeah, you've got this recorded too, so. Yeah, you could treat it as a podcast. Although podcasts these days are also videotaped for some reason. I mean, she can't move away from that frog, so I guess she just stops there. Like there? Yeah, we'll allow it. All right, Dalton. I think he's just going to use his mace again. He's got a newfound respect for it. It hasn't failed him yet since he got these fancy new gloves from Harken. Until now. Now it failed him. He misses. And he just kind of looks at it and he's like, well, all right. Like, even the divine have, their hiccups.
He needs to learn some humility.
Yeah.
Getting too proud.
Macho Dwarf. Oh, you're no longer restrained or grappled. That's been solved.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. It did. And hits. And kills the frog. Okay. That frog runs straight for you. And he kind of dances around a little bit when you say that. And then stabs at you with a spear.
I'm here now. We're good.
And hits. For 3 damage, and then he bites at you. And hits. For 2 damage. And now Aaron gets to go, and Aaron's in melee, so he grabs his +1 dagger and stabs with it. And he's got lots of friends nearby. And he hits for 9 damage. And another 13 damage, and that bullywog is dead. So he pokes his head around the corner to see what's left after the fireball. He's like, that's a lot of frog legs. He sees that bullywug down near you.
Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta find out if bullywug tastes the same as giant frog.
25. What's the range on that hand crossbow? Is it 30? It is 30. So he can just barely get in range. So he does. And he shoots his hand crossbow. He hits Macho Dwarf.
Hey!
He changes his target to Macho Dwarf.
You're hungry?
He hits
I'm hungry.
Macho Dwarf for 4 damage. And you just hear him squeak, sorry. Yeah, whoopsie. Whoopsie doodle. And I think he still gets his, even though he moved his full movement, can't he use his
He's
cunning
got bonus
action?
action.
Yeah.
Wait, I think the
Oh
crossbow
no,
is a bonus action.
he used his hand crossbow. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. There's one bullywug, so he'll just stay where he's at. And now Harken gets to go. That's a hit. And he just eviscerates the bullywug in front of Macho Dwarf. Obliterates it. The giant crossbow bolt comes flying past Macho Dwarf's face, and he's like, "Oh, I'm glad he didn't hit me with that." And that's combat. Now it's close enough to noon. Everybody moves in here. But yeah, as you come through, like, obviously, this seems like the only entrance. There's a lot of prints coming in and out, lizards. Anybody can really pick up by now. You've seen enough of their tracks that it's the lizard folk and the bullywugs, and maybe there's a couple more human-looking footprints in there too, boot prints, but not many. Gates are never closed. They're kind of sagging on their hinges. The So that's the entrance, and then as you kind of take a look around in here, this is the Barbican, as they're known as, kind of a defense. You destroyed its defenders, so let's actually give you that experience, because I think that's what you guys care about most. Getting just a little inching closer to that level 6. So yeah, there's kind of like mud covers the floor in a lot of places. There's been some planks that have been laid down from the gateway to the causeway to the east that Bartleby is in front of. The slippery mud, so like where Harken goes now is kind of in the mud. It's considered difficult terrain. Anywhere off the planks is kind of difficult terrain for you guys. And like I said, the planks kind of run straight from there to the causeway that Bartleby's in front of. There's some tables and benches around, but they're almost as muddy as the floor is.
Dirty ass frog.
There's no windows or arrow slits on the ground floor that you're at. I think all of you can see that it looks like there's a stairway to the south that leads up. And yeah, it's daytime, but there are like oil lamps around the walls that cast a dim light. And then the daylight that comes in through that opening, and a little bit of daylight seeps in through that causeway. Other than that, it's kind of dim in there. And with that, we should probably stop. Hold on. I'm going to do one thing beforehand. Dalton's going to walk up to Macho Dwarf and just kind of slap you on the butt. And where is he in this list? Here he is. I've got to move some windows around. Target Macho Dwarf, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds. And you are healed of 6 damage. Yeah. You rolled a 3 on a d8, so, plus 3. I don't know that you want to use up any more of his spell slots. Yeah.
I said I haven't used any yet, so I've got a couple of cure wounds if I need it.
I mean, that's a good one for him to use out of combat, because it's first level and it's touch. Like, he used to stay further away, and now that he has a little more chance of hit and a little better armor, maybe he'll get in close more often. I don't know. But it's not like he does a whole lot of damage in melee either. Let's see. Oh, you wanted to know about money. Of course you did. That's the second thing after experience that you guys always want. Let's add the 2 CR ratings together. Whoops. Oh, that was you guys. Perception. Roll perception. No jade frogs. You find a hidden stash under one of the tables that, you don't know who stashed it there, but just 100 gold. Somebody was gonna go to the big city. Go to inventory and we'll go here. Distribute it. All right. And then maybe from now on, I'll just go off of the treasure list that I have pre-written into here. Because that was special. Okay. So you're in the castle. And there's frogs.
There are frogs.
And lizards. Yeah. And then we'll continue this next week, and maybe we'll have more than 2 people for the first time in nearly a month. So, all right, guys, thanks for showing up. I gotta go. Help Hiromi clean up a little bit. She's got a friend coming over.